What's up, nerds and degenerates? Alright, today we're going to be talking about Silver Wolf. She is an upcoming 5-star character coming in patch 1.1, and she is a very interesting character with a lot of hype around her, okay? A lot of hype, okay? She's got a very cool theme, very cool aesthetic. We got to play her in the prologue. She seemed busted in the prologue. She seemed very strong. And yesterday she was the main feature in the Honkai Star Rail live stream, so if you haven't checked that out, go check it out. I'm not going to do any spoilers or anything like that, but it was very cool. It's only about 30 or 40 minutes long, so if you want to check that out, they do talk about 1.1 and a lot of different events and features in 1.1, so go check that out on the official Honkai Star Rail YouTube channel. She did receive some nerfs, but they're rather negligible, okay? In my opinion, this is not a bad thing at all. This is kind of a good thing, okay? She seemed too strong in their eyes, and so they kind of like balanced her out a little bit to make it more fair to the other 5 stars that are coming along and the other 5 stars that already exist. So don't look at it as a bad thing, okay? The main thing to note is that she was supposed to, I believe, be applying 2 debuffs or weaknesses to an enemy, and instead, the main thing to note is that it will be 1 instead now than 2. That's not a big problem at all. You're mainly focused around what your main DPS damage is dealing, so it's going to not really matter because you're just going to use that same debuff effect or weakness effect on your main DPS. It doesn't really matter. So we're going to go ahead and look into that real quick, but real quick, we're just going to be focusing mostly on what she's going to be releasing with rather than the previous information we had before, because what's most important is what she's releasing with. Now let's get into it. Allow changes, her skill. There is an 85% base chance to add 1 weakness of an ally's type to the target enemy. This also reduces the enemy's damage resistance to that weakness type by 20% for 2 turns. If the enemy already has that type weakness, this effect will not be triggered. In addition, there is a 100% chance to reduce the damage resistance of the enemies further by 10% for 2 turns. It deals quantum damage equal to 196% of Silver Wolf's attack to this enemy. That is really, really strong, okay? That is a very strong effect. I'll just let you know, okay? Very strong effect. So let's move forward to her ultimate. User Band. There is a 100% chance to decrease the target enemy's defense by 45% for 3 turns, and at the same time deals 380% of Silver Wolf's attack as quantum damage to the target enemy. This is very, very strong. She's supposed to come out as a support unit, but you can already tell she's basically going to be a support DPS, which are usually very strong in games like this. We don't have, to my knowledge, a really powerful damage dealing support in the game. This is going to be probably the strongest one, okay, for some time, okay? So just be aware of that. She's coming out of the gate hot, alright? Let's move on to her talent. Now the second sentence here in this adjustment is a little bit strangely worded, so bear with me. I'm going to try to make a grammar adjustment to it to try to make it make more sense. Awaiting system response, her talent. Silver Wolf can create 3 types of bugs: reduce attack by 10%, reduce defense by 8%, and reduce speed by 6%. Every time Silver Wolf attacks, she has a base chance to implant a random bug that lasts for X turns on the enemy target. Okay, so that last part there, bug that lasts for, it says turn or turns in parentheses on the enemy target. Okay, so we're not sure if this is going to last for 1 turn or more than 1 turn, or if there's a condition effect that can make it last for more than 1 turn. If it is only 1 turn, doesn't matter, still very strong, because this is her talent that's attached to her like normal attack. So be aware though that the reduced attack by 10%, reduced defense by 8%, and reduced speed by 6%, that doesn't all stack all at once. There is a base chance to inflict that bug on an enemy, but you're only going to get 1 bug at a time if you get it, okay? So just be aware of that. They can stack, but they're not going to all happen all at once, okay? So just be aware of that. It would be absolutely insane if that all happened at once, okay? So that's not really a problem. So let's move forward to her Ascension level 6. Real quick, I wanted to make sure that everyone understands I'm talking about the changes that have been made, and I'm not going over the old stuff, I'm talking about the new stuff. So if there's anything missing here from her kit, that's because I'm only talking about the new stuff right now. When her banner like comes out, or like, you know, just before her banner comes out, I might be releasing a video where I go over everything, but I might wait until after she comes out. That way we know for sure, and I can give you everything in its full detail without anything being missed, okay? Anyways, Ascension level 6, here we go. When using her skill, if there are 3 or more debuffs affecting the enemy, the skill decreases the enemy's damage resistance by an additional 3%. Again, this is at Ascension level 6, so this will just be attached to the character all of the time. There are no requirements other than hitting Ascension level 6 with the character, and you're just going to get that. So that's really, really good. Now let's move on to her Eidolons. Okay, so this information is only going to matter probably for whales or like dolphins or people that get incredibly lucky, okay? Because you have to have the character plus several duplicates of the character in order to increase your Eidolon. Okay, now getting at that out of the way, let's talk about Eidolon 1, Social Engineering. After using her ultimate to attack enemies, Silver Wolf regenerates 5 energy for every debuff that the target enemy currently has, up to 5 times. That's really strong. Alright, let's move on to Eidolon 2, Zombie Network. When an enemy enters battle, reduce their effect resistance by 20%. That's really strong as well. And again, these are just attached to the character if you have them at if you have her at Eidolon 1 or 2. They're just always going to be there if you have that. And it's pretty cool to see that those two are really strong effects, and that's only Eidolon 1 and 2, okay? She has other Eidolon levels. I'm not going to talk about them because they haven't been changed from her previous information that already existed about her. But just be aware of that. That's just at 1 and 2, okay? She has other Eidolon effects as well if you keep pumping her up. Now, I'm not going to tell people to necessarily pump for Eidolons because that could cost you actual real-life money to do. If you're a free-to-play player, honestly, you probably don't want to go for Eidolons of special banner characters because it's unlikely that you'll pull a special banner character more than once as a free-to-play player. Just be aware of that, okay? This Eidolon stuff is mostly for the whales and dolphins. Now let's talk about her light cone. This is her 5-star light cone, and just be aware that we found out yesterday in the live stream that you're going to be able to participate in an event that gives you her 4-star light cone for free, okay? And unless my information is incorrect here, please someone correct me if I'm wrong on this. But if I heard correctly yesterday during the live stream, if we get that 4-star light cone, I think we can, through another event, turn it into the 5-star light cone. Again, correct me if I'm wrong on that. I think that's what I heard. Now, you know, obviously we might want to wait for more confirmation from them before we know that to be true, but for sure, no matter what, if you participate in an event, you can get her 4-star light cone for free. So if you don't have her 4-star light cone or an effect that's strong like her 4-star light cone, and you've been waiting around for a solid 4-star light cone for a support, you can get one for free from this event. So consider this, you might not even need to pull on her banner at all if that's all you want. You might just get something cool for free. Now let's talk about the light cone. Sorry, I'm stalling here. Increases the wearer's effect hit rate by 24%. When the wearer deals damage to an enemy with 3 or more current debuffs, it increases the crit rate by 12%. After the wearer uses her basic attack skill or ultimate, there is a 100% base chance to implant Ether Code on a random target that does not yet have it. Targets with Ether Code receive 12% increased damage for 1 turn. That's very, very strong. As far as I know, we don't have the information on her 4-star light cone right now, so I can't pull that up for you here. But that's basically everything that's been adjusted to her character or new information that we didn't already have before. Again, I'll do another video on her once we know, like once she's come out and we know for sure that's her full kit, this is it, this is the character. So stay tuned for that. Like and subscribe if this video was helpful to you. You know, leave me some hate if you don't like me, okay? All of it helps the channel, it really does, whether you like, subscribe, or leave me some rude comment. So go ahead and do that if you feel so inclined. Go ahead and check out the Honkai Starbell YouTube channel live stream from yesterday. And I wish you all good luck on your pulls, regardless of whether you're pulling for Silver Wolf or regardless of whether you're pulling for somebody else, okay? So have a good one, alright? I'm not going to talk smack on this banner because this banner actually seems pretty good. I talk major smack on Jing Yuan's banner, okay? So if you're interested in that, go check it out. Peace later. Peace, peace, peace out.